Hello, vinyl community. How are you? I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you so much for tuning in to my January vinyl finds. Out there on the hunt. I think everything on here is used vinyl that I found out crate digging, except for one. One album is not new. I mean, it's an old record, but it's sealed. It's a newer copy. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? First off, you know what? These first two records should probably be in the whole category of just buy it. Just buy the damn thing. I feel like these are a couple records that you see a lot, and maybe you just overlook them because they're not cool or whatever, but they're normally very cheap, and they're great records. The first one I got here from 1974, Not Fragile, by Bachman Turner Overdrive. Now this is a rockin' album. It's got a lot of good songs on here. Of course, it's got You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet is the big hit, but that's not even the best song on here. And this was $3, a $3 record. Sounds great. Look at the vinyl. They're on Mercury Records, of course. It's got this cool gatefold. Opens up. Well, first, look at the back. You look at the back here. The inside opens up. There they are, rocking out. That's a fantastic early 70s picture. Of course, you've got the late Robbie Bachman right there. Just recently passed away. There he is on drums. If you want to hear him playing, banging around on those drums, check this album out. Like I said, you can find that one cheap. Add it to your collection. Here's another one that you can find cheap. From 1980, the debut album from Loverboy. This is just a good early 80s rockin' album. I like the sound of it. Totally dig that cover. That's fantastic. Let me check the vinyl out on that. This was also, I think, a $3 record. Yeah, it's a little beat up, the cover is, but the vinyl itself on Columbia, that's not beat up at all. That's in great shape. So you can find some of these cheap. And I know a lot of times people, they'll say, you know what, I don't even have that in my collection. They don't think about it. But these are ones to build up your collection with, and they're good to listen to. Loverboy. I know that my buddy Aaron has been talking about Loverboy a lot recently. That might have influenced me. Next up is a favorite artist from Steve, from All the World's a Stage. 1979. It is Ian Hunter. What is it? You're never alone if you're never alone with a schizophrenic. How about that for a title? Mick Ronson is on this one, and this is just a good rockin' album, actually. It's got the song Cleveland Rocks on here, of course. Got to dig that. It's also got Just Another Night. This is a good solo album. Of course, Ian Hunter from Mott the Hoople. There was no Mott the Hoople without Ian Hunter. Next up, got a couple from 1973 here. First off, this is the first album I've ever got by this band. This is Nectar. Nectar, Remember the Future. This is they're a progressive rock band, although this one has like kind of some 70s funk in it a little bit, mixed in with their progressive rock leanings. So it's kind of a different sound. Still kind of getting used to this. I've only listened to it one time. But look at this vinyl. This is doggone near perfect. Look at that Passport. Never heard of it. That's the label there, though. That looks awesome. I love the cover on this also. Like I said, this was my first album by the band Nectar, but I've been seeing the name a lot. And, you know, I wanted to explore it, pick it up. Another one from 1973. This is their 4th album. I think that was Nectar's 4th album also. Loud and Proud by Nazareth. This is just another great, straightforward rockin' album. I realize that this cover is, got a lot of ring wear on it. Oh, no. But the record, the vinyl, is in very good shape. And, this was pretty doggone cheap, too. These Nazareth records, not going to be around forever, people. All this stuff is going. If you can find you some good copies of it, that's the key, right? When you're looking for these records, you can find them, but you can't always find good copies of it. So when you find a good copy of one of these records, do yourself a favor, pick it up. Next up, from 1979, right? Yeah. Tanya Tucker, Tear Me Apart. Little change of pace here, showing Tanya Tucker. This is on MCA. Once again, nothing exciting about that, except for the fact that the vinyl is damn near perfect. This is probably her most rocking album. This came after her TNT album. You might be familiar with that cover. A little bit of controversy at the time. This has a gold promo stamp, which must mean it's a gold stamp promo copy. So that was pretty cool. And, like I said, if you're into the more rockin' version of Tanya Tucker, that would be the one to pick up. Next, these next two, right? Yeah, I'm on my last two. So, the first one is one that I'm kind of, it's crazy to think that I hadn't owned this before on vinyl from 1970. Come on. Deep Purple in rock. This thing is great. I mean, everybody's familiar with Deep Purple in rock, but I had just, obviously I had some of the songs on here, my greatest hits. I love it. You open this up. I mean, look at the song list on this. Speed King, Bloodsucker, Child in Time, right in a row, right? Flight of the Rat, Into the Fire, Living Wreck, Hard Lovin' Man. I love the fact on Hard Lovin' Man it says for Martin Birch, Catalyst. So Martin Birch does this album. Martin Birch, great producer. Of course, this is the first album that had the Mach 2 lineup. So this is where Ian Gillan and Roger Glover joined the band. Child in Time and Speed King, man, I mean, God, these are, and Hard Lovin' Man, these are great songs on here. Deep Purple in rock. You gotta own it. That's why I had to pick that one up. Anytime I've ever seen that, it's just beat to hell, but that was in good shape. Now, the next one, probably my favorite find out of this. I am one record away now from having that full box set of the Ramones. I did not buy the box set because I already had a couple of those albums that were in it. It was kind of pricey. Not that it wasn't worth it, but I wanted to try to find them out there. I found Animal Boy there a while back. Now I found one that's better, the one that came after Animal Boy. Halfway to Sanity. Damn, I love this. The Ramones. This is from 1987. This is between Animal Boy and Brain Drain. This has some terrific songs. I Want to Live, Bop Till You Drop, Garden of Serenity. They do a song on here, Go Little Camaro Go, which Debbie Harry sings on with them. Death of Me, I Lost My Mind, I'm Not Jesus. So many good songs on here. I love the back of that too. I've always liked this. So happy that I found a copy of this. Now I realize this is, this is not an official reissue. I know that. But it's the Ramones and it sounds good. All I need now is Brain Drain. And I know you might be saying, well, what about that other record that was in there, or whatever it was, demos or rarities or whatever. You know what? Aaron Mutha Allinair got me a Ramones record of all these different demos, and it's fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, that takes the place of that. All I need is Brain Drain, and I will have every one of those on vinyl. The Ramones, I love them. So those are my vinyl finds. Thank you so much for watching me talk about records that I found. I love to talk about records. I love to watch your videos talking about records. What'd you think of these? I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Till the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.